Hey, money magicians, how are you? So I'm a little late this morning because I had an early coaching session. So I'm late with the live video. I had to coach a client. Oh, I think I prefer early coaching sessions though. But anyway, today I wanted to talk about the most basic fear that blocks us from thriving and succeeding. And I think this kind of came from my sessions with myself. And it's weird that I've never talked about this because at least not discussed it a lot, because we did it again in the Live with Intention course. So about 2 weeks ago, it was one of the exercises that the Live with Intention students had to work with. So the most basic fear that keeps us from thriving and succeeding is the very first chakra fear, right? It's especially when it comes to money. It's the fear that if we go beyond where we are, if we allow ourselves to succeed, allow ourselves to make money, allow ourselves to thrive, then we will lose the people in our lives. Then they will completely disappear, right? In that, if you think about it, in the Stone Age, the way that we are hardwired. So yesterday in the Creating Money Magic student group, I was telling the students that one of the ways that we are hardwired to look at things and to look at life is to keep ourselves alive and to keep ourselves safe. So almost every decision that a child makes from childhood is a decision. All our vows, all our decisions, like right now as adults, we made them as children, and all those decisions were made in order to keep us alive. And money is no different. So every decision that we made around money often comes from childhood. I would say 98% of the time, our feelings and issues around money come from childhood or from past life stuff. But these things are then these memories and these decisions start to impact our entire view of money in adulthood. So actually, we're walking around thinking, you know what, I'm an adult, I'm a grown woman, I'm making my own decisions around money. Well, sorry to say, but often it's a 4-year-old that's making those decisions. You're basically a 4-year-old in a grown woman or a grown man's body, and you're making all these decisions around money from the point of view of decisions that a 4-year-old made mentally, right? And a lot of times, 4-year-olds or 2-year-olds, 3-year-olds, whatever, if you just think of kids and kids, your nieces, any of that, you can figure it out that a lot of times they're not making the most logical decisions, right? So that's why we sometimes find ourselves having money or thinking a particular way about money, but when we actually when it comes time to take action around money, be it earning money, making money, saving money, investing money, we're behaving in a completely different manner, because every time we manage money, we're triggered by money. So so it's really important to understand what's driving us as kids most time to make our decisions around money. Most times it's just a basic need to feel safe. And also the most basic need is really to belong. So most times our decisions around money from an early age are really around the fear that we will lose love and we will lose the sense of belonging, and that the people around us will leave us or abandon us. So this is not just the fear that children have. This is the most basic human fear. It's a fear that's really hardwired within all human beings. Because if you think in the Stone Age era, if you think of the Stone Age era, the only way that our ancestors could survive was in a tribe. So if you were with your family or other members of your tribe, your society, your clique, that was your highest chance of survival. Because should a tiger come, then there's other people that could help you fight the tigers. Should war break out between other tribes, then you're not alone. Should you meet wild animals or be left to the elements, at least you have other people to help you hunt, to help you cook, to help you stay safe, to keep you warm. So this is really a very, very basic fear. As humans, we really, really needed to stay alive. So almost every decision that you made as a child, especially around money or love, was based on what you saw being rewarded by adults with regards to money. So almost all of us, and I'd say 99% of us, have a sworn vow of loyalty to the tribe. We almost have no say in this because this is how we stayed alive for millennia upon millennia, right? So it only makes sense that automatically as kids, we would automatically feel the sense of loyalty to the tribe. And from there, start to feel really connected to the tribe and make the decision that to fit in and to be accepted, we had to behave according to the rules of the tribe, which again makes sense because in the Stone Age era, if anyone decided, so imagine everybody's hunting and gathering for the winter months, and then there's this one rebel that decides that they're not going to pull their weight, or they're going to eat all the food before the winter comes. They'd have to chuck that person out because that person is a liability, because that person actually could cause everyone to die, because suddenly there would be no food in winter. They're doing their own thing. Things are really tough. So it was really about survival. So that's hardwired into us. So as kids, we have the sense of, I need to belong. And the one way to belong is to follow the rules of the tribe. And as a child, you don't really know. No 4-year-old really knows, oh, this is not the way to behave with money. And hey, these people are kind of being toxic or irrational. Kids don't rationalize like that. So you've got this 4-year-old, 2-year-old, 3-year-old that's then watching their parents, watching extended family make decisions around money, and they automatically making those, swearing vows of loyalty to how they will then behave and follow suit. And of course, at an older age, you get to a point where you start to go, I don't want to be like these people. I want to rebel. And you make the vow to rebel, and you make the decision to rebel. But you know what? The underlying vow to still be loyal to the tribe still remains. It's still right there. So it's still running the show. Okay, so that is really the most basic fear when it comes to us thriving and succeeding, is the fear that we will not have a place to belong, that we will lose the tribe. So almost everything that we do, even though it seems counter to it, that's why we can build up massive amounts of wealth or have massive amounts of money, get out of debt. But if the thing that we saw as children was usually that, the most accepted form of behavior around money is that you're in debt, somehow you'll find a way to keep boomeranging. So get out of debt, get back in, get out, get back in, right? So this is something that's really, really important to understand. And this is where doing the inner work comes in. This is where even our behaviors, just changing the surface level behaviors, just affirming, just visualizing, isn't really helping, because you haven't really dealt with the core issues of the child and the most basic fear that your inner child has, and really understanding when they made these vows so that you can go clear them. Okay, I really hope this helps and maybe starts to make sense of why we behave the way that we do and why we are irrational, right? So, and like I said, I'm also going through a lot of this, because I was sharing with the Money Magic students yesterday that at first I was like, but why is this happening? Because why is it suddenly that I would make that I could get out of debt and be completely fine, stay out and be okay around the work with spending, etc., because I've done a lot of work on that, right? And that was my focus for years and years. But then I told them that one of the things that I realized when I went on my break was I didn't realize that this is so key. When I decided to make that huge announcement, oh my God, I want to semi-retire in the next 24 months, I didn't realize that throughout my childhood, I have actually seen most of my family members take early retirement. And every time they've taken early retirement as a child and in my teens, I have seen their lives fall apart. And when I say fall apart, I mean completely implode and go haywire. Same with my mom. This happened to my mom. It happened to my uncle. It's just happened to so many family members. So within me, the minute I did that and I started to do the work and go deeper, I started to realize, oh my gosh, I've made certain decisions around issues around retirement and early retirement and what that looks like for me based on what I saw within my family. Because to a child, that looks totally rational. And that is my vow of loyalty, right? Because I want to be accepted by the tribe. So if absolutely everyone in the family is going through the same experience every time they take early retirement, then my loyalty to the tribe is that my life should look the same. So it's about having to do a lot of the inner work. So been doing Akashic Records and all the different meditations that are in the Money Magic course. So it's been really, really fascinating. So this is why I wanted to do this video, because I think it's things that we don't understand. And sometimes we think, but why, if I've worked on this, am I coming right back to this situation? What the heck is going on? Because there's so many different facets. Yes, I worked through debt. I worked through the vows around debt. But what I didn't realize was I thought I was actually being very unique. I'm like, oh, I want to retire early. Whereas the very reason why I even have this notion of early retirement is because I have seen it over and over in my life. And it hasn't worked out so well for people. So more work to work on, and I'm so excited because I wonder what this will manifest. And I decided to work through my debt stories. I got out of debt. So let's see what this brings out over the next few months. And you guys get to be privy to the journey, right? So let me know if this makes sense. Comment in the comment section in this video. I absolutely can't wait to have a discussion on this. So have a fantastic day. Cheers. Why is it not? Okay, let me just do this.